Did you know that the phrase "why I left eXp Realty" gets searched over 2,000 times a week? That's bonkers to me. So let's kind of dive in why people leave eXp Realty and what the truths are and my own personal experience at the company, having been an agent for just 2 years. If this is your first time watching my channel, my name is Marina Tolentino. I'm a real estate agent here in Hawaii on Oahu, and I'm here to help you whether you're a new agent or you're a buyer or a seller looking to get into the market. I realize that I've learned a couple things in this industry for the last 2 years, and so I'm here to share it with you on this video channel. So with that, let's kind of jump in and see what are the top 7 reasons why people leave our brokerage. All right, so to start it off, let's give some ground barriers here, just like what eXp is in general, why it's different than another brokerage. So we are a virtual brokerage, meaning there are no brick and mortar offices. We live in the cloud, as you could say, or essentially it's just my home office and I do a lot of Zoom calls. But with that, I think it comes with some challenges, right? This isn't gonna be the right brokerage for anybody. So the first reason people might leave a brokerage is simply because they're leaving the business. They're making a career change. Maybe they've been in the industry for a while and they're just not feeling it. Or maybe they're a new agent. And the simple fact is, I think 85% of new agents fail their first year and leave the business. So that might be number one. The second reason someone might leave eXp Realty is because the wrong expectations were set. Maybe the person that they joined the company with told them, you're gonna get XYZ and we're gonna do super accountability and you're gonna get coaching and you're gonna get da-da-da-da-da. And if that doesn't come to fruition and it's false promises, then maybe that person's gonna leave. So that just goes back as a reflection of the mentorship program and the accountability and the importance of linking up with the right people in the company, because I can tell you firsthand, there are multiple organizations within eXp and they are all very different. So while our umbrella company may be awesome and what it offers is great, not everyone's gonna utilize the programs correctly. Not everyone's gonna provide the right infrastructure and the systems for success. And so that might be why someone decides to leave. So the third reason someone might leave eXp Realty is because they think another company is gonna give them better commission splits, or they're thinking they're gonna make more money elsewhere. And I can just tell you, usually those agents are commission chasers, right? So they're looking for the best splits on their checks. They're not necessarily utilizing everything that the company values in sense of the training and the support. So if they're an established agent and they've got a good book of business, they might just be shopping for that commission split, right? So that might be an incentive for them. And maybe they can go to an indie brokerage and get 100% or like a really low minimum payment every month and they have an established business. I could see why someone might leave eXp Realty if they're a solo agent making that 16,000 cap versus going to an indie and doing nothing. It really does depend on everyone's business. Every agent runs their business differently because we are all different entrepreneurs. So that might be one reason. So reason number 4 why somebody might leave is because they're simply overwhelmed. And I can tell you, I hear this quite a bit from some agents, especially if they're not tech savvy, that there's just too much all at once. So when you're onboarding with eXp, you've got multiple new platforms you have to learn, probably about 5 or 6. And so if you're not used to utilizing online programs and keeping everything on the internet, and maybe you're used to like your desktop programs or just not even doing it in the first place. Like I've had one agent who never had a computer before. She did her whole business out of her phone. Now she has to learn things on a laptop, deal with the drive, deal with the cloud, and it's a lot for her. But we're hand-holding her through every process and giving her a little bit more patience so that she learns over time. But I can see how if you didn't have the mentorship and the accountability, that somebody might want to piece off because they're simply just bombarded and they didn't get the right guidance going through those processes. 5th reason somebody might leave eXp is if they simply can't get on board with a cloud-based brokerage. So if you've come from a brick and mortar where you're used to a franchise and you go to the office from 9 to 5 every day and you're used to having that office culture, you really vibe with it, or maybe you just want the free copy paper. I literally met an agent at an open house who told me the reason I'm with this blue and white company is because I get free printing and I get to use the bathrooms. And I wanted to laugh in his face, but it's because there's so much more value than what a brick and mortar can provide. And so if your focus is literally on the free amenities, which are not free, by the way, you have a monthly fee, you pay for those things, then I just think maybe you should stay there. But if you were looking for maximum value and you're willing to get creative with your business and design a life that you really love, there is opportunity with eXp, and I'm a true experience of that every day. But like I said, some people just really want that office culture, or maybe they just don't love working from home because their accountability sucks and they're just not gonna be on it like they should be if someone's next to them saying, I'm gonna do my cold calls or whatever. I mean, there's the dinosaur way and some people like it that way. All right, reason number 6 why somebody might leave is they simply don't plug in. And sometimes we see this and it really sucks because you'll do an interview with an agent who has really good intentions and they hype you up about all the things they want to achieve in their business. We give them all the tools and literally a playbook of how to succeed in business, and then they just ghost. and we're like, what happened to so-and-so? He said he was gonna do XYZ and he doesn't attend any meetings and he doesn't attend the weekly trainings. And when I call him, he ghosts me and they just kind of fall off the radar. I don't know what it is. It's usually a mindset thing with the agent and they just get overwhelmed or they lack the confidence to really get started and treat their business like a business. Or maybe sometimes it means that they just are tech savvy, right? So if you don't have the initiative to watch a couple of webinars to get going, you're not gonna go very far with eXp. You really have to be self-motivated to watch the trainings, get plugged in, and then you start your real business, which is how to crush sales, right? Last thing to wrap this up is that an agent might join eXp for the wrong reasons. And let's be real, sometimes people have bad motives. Maybe they've seen the rev share model and they're thinking, I'm gonna join eXp and recruit 100 people and that's gonna be my whole business. And I'm sorry to say that this is a real estate company first. We crush sales first and then we work on working with cool people. But if you can't deliver the business and if you aren't really good at transactions, then I don't know how you're gonna attract more people into the business. So for the people who are doing that, and let's say they get into eXp with the wrong motives and they're thinking they're just gonna be a recruiting machine, that's what gives eXp a bad rep, I think, about the model, is that people think all eXp agents are recruiters, and that's not true. That's literally just, I don't know, like this other TikTok side or like social media that people have put against eXp, because I've seen it. I've seen how like ugly and like a turnoff it can be to be recruited that way. I don't want to be recruited that way. I want to be recruited through attraction, just through finding somebody that I like and I align with and I think, hey, Marina looks like a cool person, maybe I should plug in with what she's doing, versus me like cold calling and hounding people saying, you should join eXp. If you don't join, you're stupid. Like, we don't want to do that. I really think there is potential for people at eXp when they plug in, find the right organization, right? Because not every organization is the same. I've seen some where they're literally just like, join our thing, and it's empty promises, and then they're ending up coming to the collaboration afterwards because they realize we actually have systems and accountability and real mentorship in place. So with that being said, with mentorship, I have about 8 mentees right now that I work with who are all brand new agents. They just got their license. We meet every Friday at 4 p.m. and we learn something new. We address their problems. We do our wins and our losses for the week. And I'm really there with them for those first 3 transactions. So I'm hand holding them. We are FaceTiming and doing contracts together. And it really is a supportive environment to where there's full trust and transparency. If you say, I don't know how to do this, is this a stupid question? There's no stupid questions. And we're really just here to love on you and make sure that you can grow as an agent. And it takes time. So we have patience with that as well. But with that, I hope this video gave you some insight on all the things eXp, because it is obviously a very high demand search thing. Like, why agents leave eXp? That's crazy that it gets searched so much. But I think it's because not all organizations are the same. That's the bottom line. So if you guys are interested and you want to know how we're doing things differently and kind of the culture that we built here in Hawaii, Colorado, Texas, Florida, California, Arizona, like we are nationwide now because we have linked up with some really cool, amazing partners, there is potential for you anywhere. And we want you to grow and thrive and be able to be bi-coastal and be able to be licensed in multiple states. You can do that with eXp. And so with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I'm just a DM or an email away, so I'm here to help, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.